What's going on, you guys? Brandon from Vegas. Welcome back to Real Estate 101, aka Won't You Be My Neighbor. This is where we teach you guys something new about real estate daily. We show you the different prices of homes from Vegas to California so you can get an idea of where best to spend your hard-earned money. As always, I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Bill Gaylord. We'll get that right one of these days. And on our far left is our favorite co-host, Alexandra. Do not call her.
You were thinking about it.
You were just about to go there.
Do not ever call her Alex. All right?
You get
How you
called
doing?
Alexandria too sometimes.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that? Okay.
Alexandra makes you sound like a Russian princess.
Well, the name, just Alexandra.
Alexandra Habushka. Oh, it's so
I
good.
love it.
I love that.
Welcome back, you guys. If you are coming in from TikTok Live or Instagram Live, it's great to see you guys here. Make sure you guys throw us some comments in the chat. We'll answer all of your guys' questions as they pop up. Today, we have two more houses for you guys to compare. We have a LA house for $1 million. We have a Vegas house for $1 million. But first, before we get to that, Bill, do you have a stat or a tip of the day for the audience?
Yeah, I want to talk about the stat of the day. And the stat of the day is this. California ranked dead last, number 50 in job growth in 2023.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nevada ranked number 1 in job growth in 2023. Where is California moving? Are those jobs moving from California?
California
and coming over to Nevada?
California is also
Across
the
the
number
state
one.
line.
It's the number one state people have moved from over the past 5 years. The number one state by a wide margin as well.
Yeah.
People moving from California.
Yeah. So that is the stat of the day. I just think that what's happening
And why are
is
they moving?
California is moving east, and home values, in my opinion, in Nevada are going to go north.
Yes, 100%.
So there's a ton of questions. I don't know if you want to wait till the end to answer.
Yeah, let's take some questions while we have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone just we live. Happy. I can text along with questions in YouTube. There you go.
Yep.
Hola. And here's a question. Read it out loud for you. Brandon, I'm 21, married with kids. Mentioned you have 55K in savings, no debt, and I make 86K a year. We currently rent. Should we settle in a house and we don't necessarily love?
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Mr. Fleming, this is a very easy question to answer, okay? Yes, you should get something that you don't necessarily love. The first house you buy, you're not buying it out of love, my brother. You're buying it for your financial future, right? Every day that you rent, you're taking money and you're throwing it in the trash. You're not making anything from that profit. Your kids can't grow up in that rental, right? It's not something that they can inherit. It's not something that's going to gain value for you. It's something that's going to continuously lose you money. So yes, your first house may not be your dream house, but let's be fair. You're probably not working your dream job or living your dream life, right? Which means you're not ready for your dream house. Get yourself in a house that's comfortable, safe, that you like the schools, and just start making equity for you and your family. You're starting at such a young age that you'll be able to build a great amount of equity over the next 5 to 6 years. And then when you go to sell the house, you'll probably have enough equity to buy the house that you do love, right?
Or keep this house.
Or keep this house, yeah, and rent it out and get yourself another one. But buying a house now, especially if I could go back in time to 21, the first thing I would do was buy a house. I would cut out everything else in my life and I would put everything I had into buying a home. That's 100% facts. Yeah. Great question, Mr. Fleming.
And one strategy that a lot of people should consider, buying a house, if you live in it for 2 years, at least it will allow you to get a capital gains exemption if it goes up in value. And then maybe you keep it for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
And so definitely buy maybe even a house that needs a little bit of work. If you have the ability to put some work into it, some sweat equity, that would be a good house, in my opinion, to buy. Make sure that, if it's not your permanent home, you use that equity, move it to the new one.
Yeah.
And something else I'd add as a parent, not sure the age of your children, but
He's 21, so
they can't be that old. I mean, max would be 5 years old here, but anyways, look at an area that you want to be close to or be in. So if you're liking a certain school district, then maybe get as close as you can to that school district so that your children are not, uprooted or, they're familiar with the parks, and their life doesn't change as much when you do make that move.
100%. See, that's such a good mom perspective.
Yeah.
I know.
That's such a good mom
Like,
perspective.
how's the park?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you like the park.
Yeah. Dudes are just like, oh, garage is sick. We're in.
Yeah. Are there kids that you want your kids playing with?
Yeah, right. No, that's good. That's a great question, Mr. Fleming. Thank you. Honestly, if you guys have any questions, make sure you throw them up, especially on YouTube. It's really easy for us to answer them as we go. Miriam Foster, hi guys. Can I get a loan as a first-time home buyer if I still owe on student loans? That's a Bill question. So Bill, knock it out.
Yeah, 100%. We basically will take the student loan balance and apply with 0.5% as a minimum payment counted against you. It's not that much. It will not prevent you from getting a home.
Yep, 100%. 100%. Very true. Been lucky to be able to save. Okay, that's good. Fleming
55,000
Is a
at
lot of money.
21.
is a lot.
It's like,
yeah.
congratulations,
Nothing
that's
but
amazing.
respect for you. Nothing
Yes.
but respect for you, brother. Nothing but respect for you, honestly.
4 and 1.
4 and 1.
See, I said
Right.
can't be more than 5. See?
Right.
You were right.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into it. We're going to be comparing $1 million homes in Las Vegas versus Los Angeles. For those of you guys who don't know, we do this on a weekly basis. We try to find homes in Los Angeles and homes in Las Vegas that are both around $1 million. And we try to find homes that are nice, right? So we're not purposely trying to find the worst $1 million home in Los Angeles. We're trying to find a home that someone would reasonably want to buy in Los Angeles so we can give you guys a fair comparison on the difference in cost and the difference in pricing, okay? Hey, if you're on TikTok and you have a question, head over to the Brandon from Vegas YouTube. That's where we're taking all of our questions. Brandon from Vegas YouTube. We're live right now. You guys can head over there. All right. So our first home is 23 Benevolo. I love Vegas with all of our crazy Italian names.
I kind of went into your neck of the woods on this one.
I appreciate that. You're in 89011. This house is amazing. 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 4,200 square feet, going for $1 million in Las Vegas. Okay.
That's a good size house.
That's an amazing size house.
Mhm.
4,200 square feet is essentially, if you think of the average starter home being like 1,600, 1,700 square feet, this is 3 times the size of your normal home, right? The inside is, actually, let's say do the inside because you're way better describing the insides. Yeah.
You ready for me?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this house. It looks like it was built 2000-ish. Do we have a date?
2005.
Okay,
Look at you.
2005. Yep. I can just tell by the arches. I can tell by a little bit of the interior. I can tell by the flooring preferences. But anyways, looking at this was in the early 2000s. They went with the Italian theme thing going. You can tell that the cabinets that they chose, the granite they chose was an upgrade. This kind of coffee color was not a standard back in 2005. So I like that. Look at that refrigerator that is upgraded. Look at that grand staircase. I think that's going to be a fabulous staircase. You can do a lot during the holidays. As a mom, I'm looking at that. But I really enjoy this home. And if you have a family, for our friend here that has his 2 kids, this would be a great home. You definitely have plenty of space. You would have a guest room. The master bedroom looks like an awesome. Oh, look at that bathroom. Look at that big.
Yeah.
Look at that
big
shower.
walk-in shower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of opportunities in this house to make lots of wonderful memories and enjoy it and live in this house, whether it's inside, outside. Look at, we already have a little girls' room.
This
Little
definitely
boys'
feels like a
room.
house that someone could come along, put 50 to 80 grand into, and turn
Little
it into like
upgrade.
a 1 point, something $1 million
Yes.
house pretty quickly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can move in right away and live in it, or you can say, I might want to change the pink or peach color walls. That was something that's dated. That's
Yeah.
20 years ago. But you don't have to. It's livable. So I really like that. I love having a laundry room. That's also something that's important.
Yeah.
And mature landscape. I keep cutting you off.
No. The one thing that I wanted to say is in the description, it does say it has a pool in the back. There's no pictures of it,
I
which
know.
kind of shocks me.
I know. But
But
on
at the
top
same time, it's got a pool in the back.
on top of being 4,200 square feet, you've got a 10,000 square foot backyard and lot
That's
and a
huge.
pool,
Big.
right? So again, we're not just trying to find like the single best houses for $1 million. We're trying to find just like a general $1 million house so people can get an understanding of what's out there.
I would have a lot of pride in owning this home. I would have a lot of pride in having people over in this home, entertaining in this home, using this home. It looks like the landscape out front is low water maintenance. I don't know. I'm just saying that it looks like a low water maintenance home. You have a nice olive tree out front, that nice balcony over. Probably the master is going to be, I don't know, it looks like a really nice house.
Yeah. Yeah. So our next home for California, no, ultimate stats, 4 bedrooms, 5 bath, 4,200 square feet, 10,000 square foot lot with a pool. That's $1 million in Las Vegas, and you're in a very nice area.
Yep.
Right? The area is most likely gated. I actually know that zip code pretty well. It's an area with lots of land, space between neighbors. You're in a very nice neighborhood over there.
And that's something to remember. In 2000, they were putting more space between each home as now they've gotten closer and closer. I don't know what the minimum is, but it was at one time 10 feet between each home.
Yeah, it's definitely shrunk.
Okay.
Now, our California house, and this is, you actually found a really good one today. Typically when we find, no, seriously, typically when we find California houses, if you watch any of the previous videos, some of them are around 900 square feet, 1,000 square feet for $1 million. This one,
It's a nice comparable.
Well, it was interesting because our friend Robert, director Robert, basically said, let's go to Northridge, because he lived in Los Angeles for a long time. He said, this is probably a little bit more affordable area and maybe get a little bit more bang for your buck
also had
in
a
the
big-
Los Angeles area.
They also
So he said, let's go to Northridge. I said, okay, let's go.
100%. So right now we're looking at 8503 Lindley Avenue in Northridge, California, 91325. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, which is nice. 1,600 square feet. Now, in Las Vegas, right? Typically, when we see 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, we want at least 1,900 to 2,000 square feet. Otherwise, the bedrooms start to shrink or the downstairs gets really compacted, right? But in California, 1,600 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths.
That's big.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, how does it all fit in there?
Yeah. So tell us for the people.
How does it all fit in
That's what.
But it has the same number of bedrooms
Yeah.
as the Las Vegas house.
Yes.
Same number. Looking at this house, I liked how there was a nice front yard and it was gated. So you can put your family out front, you can play out front, it's like that. Coming in here though, I'm seeing you open the front door. There's no celebration of arrival. There's no entry. You go right into, it looks like a family room. But it is nice. There is a dining area. There looks like there's been a remodel. I don't know when this house was built because I'm assuming that there was
1950s.
Okay, so this house has been remodeled because of the kitchen. It's open where that wouldn't have been in the 50s. It looks like original cabinets. They've just put granite on top. Not sure what the flooring is. They put probably a backsplash up in the early 2000s.
Yep.
Washer dryer looks like it's inside the home in some sort of the room. Doesn't look like it has its own laundry room. Bathrooms have been remodeled. Looks like a trundle bed maybe, or could be the closet. Not sure what that is.
Might be the closet.
Closet, okay. Okay, so here's the 4 bedrooms. A family can absolutely live here. It looks like I had a crib like that at one point. And the backyard. Okay, so it's a mature backyard. There's a nice patio out back. You can definitely raise a family and enjoy the outdoor living of California.
Yeah.
This is a nice home for $1 million in California.
Yeah, it's even remodeled on the inside.
It is.
Typically, the house we look at, what do you say? They're like turn of the
Original.
century. Yeah, original, or they're like
Mid-century.
definitely like World War II-ish type of homes.
I mean, this is a mid-century home, and the cabinets.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a casita.
So the casita.
Oh, so that's awesome. You can rent
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is I would say this is probably the best California $1 million home that we've
seen in a long time.
so far.
Yep.
Right?
I didn't see if there was a garage.
Yeah, I think the casita is the garage.
I think the
Casita
casita was converted.
There's
But
always a
there
trade-off.
is that
Okay.
area
So
to park.
They got one. It's
There's a carport.
Yeah.
What I love about this property, what I absolutely love is this is an opportunity for you to rent out your carriage house or your grandma flat, mother-in-law suite, whatever you want to call it. You can rent it out and earn extra income. Meanwhile, still living on your living at your property, and that can help pay your mortgage. I love that about this home.
Yeah.
That would be a great way to offset the mortgage.
Yes.
100%. In California, you can probably rent the casita out for what, like $1,500, man?
Yeah, 2K.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could definitely offset the mortgage. So, Bill, help us out because you're the smart guy of the group. What do these 2 houses cost? Because it's not just a difference in size. It's not just a difference between 1,600 square feet and 4,200 square feet.
Yeah.
It's also the cost between these 2 homes.
Yeah. So essentially, just a quick comparison of 2 houses. Las Vegas 4249 versus Northridge 1632, both single family, both 4-bed. Vegas 5-bath, Northridge 3-bath, one built in 2006, the other one built in 1954. So a little bit older home, but it did look like it was remodeled. So then $1 million in Las Vegas, $1,080,000 in Northridge. We put a 10% down payment. You can see to go to $1,080,000, it's only an $8,000 more down payment.
Yeah.
So it's $100,000 in Vegas versus $108,000 in Northridge. So it's not a huge down payment
No,
difference.
pretty much a wash.
Pretty much a wash.
Yeah.
Loan amounts going to be different, $900,000 versus $972,000. In Northridge, I'm going to go there first. That's Los Angeles County. And so the conforming loan amounts are higher. So this would fall into a conforming loan limit. Interest rates jumped just recently. Yesterday was a bad inflation day. They jumped up quite a bit.
Can I pause really quickly?
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, I'm going to do the dumb version of what Bill just told you. Okay. In California, the FHA loan can go as high as like $1.1 million. In Las Vegas, you're at about $500,000, which means in California, this is just a starter home. You can use an FHA loan, whereas in California, which is in Las Vegas, this is a jumbo loan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the dumb version of what he just told you guys.
Which is important to know. I mean, that's awesome that you get a conforming loan in Los Angeles.
Yes, for 1.1 million. That's
1.1 million.
Yeah.
And you can put probably 3 to 5% down on that, whether it's conventional or FHA.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So in Las Vegas, jumbo loan, anything over 756, 550 is considered jumbo in Las Vegas. So the jumbo rate, and this is based on Mortgage News Daily. I look at that every single day, my favorite website that nobody likes. So 7.55% is the jumbo. You can see differences in principal and interest, a little bit higher in Northridge because of the loan amount, even though the interest rate is a little bit lower. Taxes are the big thing. $1,080 in Northridge versus $479. Taxes, the tax basis in Las Vegas, in Nevada, they can't go up by more than 3% a year. They do not reassess the property after the purchase. So Vegas, super beneficial in regards to real estate taxes in comparison to California.
Yep.
Hazard insurance, we put in a standard figure. California is getting tougher and tougher in regards to the insurance rates. So this is giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, how many insurance companies are fleeing California?
I mean, State Farm's not writing anything anymore. Farmers is, I think, just doing existing customers. So it gets tougher and tougher right now. And I've seen some really high insurance figures come out recently.
Yeah.
So, but this is given the benefit of the doubt that it's going to be one and the same. Mortgage insurance, both will be low. And then estimated payment, $7,385.
There's an HOA in Las Vegas.
HOA, I forgot that. HOA, homeowner association. It's in a gated community.
If someone's watching this right now,
Yes.
I want them to pause because as a realtor, this is insane. This is insane. Okay. You have an HOA of $161 in Las Vegas, and the California house has no HOA. And you're still paying almost $1,000 less. That's with a gated HOA community.
And a higher interest rate.
And a higher interest rate. So your interest rate's higher, your HOA is higher, and you're still paying $1,000 less buying $1 million home in Vegas versus buying $1 million home in California.
That's
and you get
more than twice the size, almost three
times the size.
Yeah.
That's the part that no matter how nice the California house is, it's always going to baffle me.
Yeah.
Right?
Go to the little screen
So
shot.
I'm going to go to the recap here. So this is basically the recap on the home, $1 million home in Las Vegas, $1,080,000 in Los Angeles, 4,249 square feet in Las Vegas, 1,632 in Los Angeles. Mortgage payment, $7,385 versus $8,245, at least $900.
That's
Right
crazy.
there.
And,
It's
and
crazy.
I want to throw out here, looking at it, because we might say, well, it's a little bit more, but that $1,000 can disqualify you from the home. So you may not be able to afford $1,000 more when we look at our debt to income, our loan to value. That may disqualify you from being able to even own that home.
Yeah, and I'm going to give some credence to LA, the LA house. the fact that it does have a granny flat or a AD,
I do
whatever
like
you want to
that.
call it,
Granny flat.
could-
I like that.
you
I like
could-
that.
you could potentially offset that $8,245, making the payment lower than Las Vegas,
Mhm.
right? But I don't think you have nearly as much space.
Yes.
$8,200 a month is a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially for a house that's almost 1/3 the size of the other house.
And from 1950s.
But if they could rent for $2,000,
Yeah.
that
helps.
other
Yeah.
unit, right?
Yeah.
Now it's 62. It's
Oh,
better,
yeah.
but at the same time,
Only $6,200. Thank goodness.
how big is that granny flat?
Yeah.
How much does that reduce the size of the home?
Or they could
You
move
know?
to the Vegas house and just live in one half of the 4,200 square feet, and then rent out the other half of the
Right.
42 to
Yeah.
a different family that they'll
Right.
never see. You
Well,
know?
there's so much multi-generational homes being sold
Yeah.
these days where they're bringing in
Yeah.
family and living in a bigger house,
Yeah.
and they're enjoying that.
I think the multi-gen is the single most popular new build at any community that we go and show.
We noticed that when we looked at it. Every new home has a multi-gen opportunity or something on the first floor.
100%. We just got a next gen simply so that we can move our salon there and stop paying the salon.
Queso 2002, HOA is a deal breaker?
Oh yeah.
I don't know about that.
No, a lot of people.
Oh, on the LA
Yeah.
side. Okay, I was thinking you don't want to pay the
No.
HOA
Some
here?
people just hate HOAs. Period.
Yeah.
No matter what, they just don't like them. You know. And to those people, I say, listen. I understand that some of you guys have had bad HOA experiences, but houses make way more money in HOA communities than in non-HOA communities. That's just a fact. You know. Speaking of facts.
Yes.
Alexandra, don't call her Alex. What
No.
is our animal fact of the day?
We're going to talk about wolves.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh,
We're talking about wolves. So wolves and humans were territorial, right? So it also fish and birds are also territorial. So when it comes to nesting, when it comes to mating, we are very similar in the sense that we want to find a domain. We want to find our home. We want to nest it, whether the male fish usually makes the nest. But specifically here about wolves, this was very interesting to me. Their territory is over 100 square miles.
damn! So you can't even
They
come
cover
within.
100 square miles.
Yeah,
That's a big
That's
territory.
a big house.
100%.
That's a big house.
100%.
They take up a huge amount of space. Now I don't know how many are in a pack. I don't know. I think they from my research they move based on food, based on climate.
Mhm.
But it's 100 square miles.
Well, that
is their
explains why dudes always want bigger and bigger houses. No matter how, I'm telling you right now, no matter how big the house is, I'm always like, oh yeah, but I could use a little bit more square footage over here.
Yeah.
Right? If I had a house that was a mile long, I could find something put in a mile long house.
So that's the wolf right
I
there.
understand that. I think that's why the pack mentality, that like space mentality, is always going to be ingrained in us.
So,
you know?
question for you: do the clients that you work with, married couples, do the males always want it bigger?
Always.
Always.
And then the wives are like,
And
who's
what-
going to clean that? I'm not going to be doing this shit every day. And then that whole thing
And then that
starts.
whole thing
Guys
goes.
are like, yeah, I want a 5,000 square foot house, but I'm not going to clean an inch of it.
That's funny.
That's funny. Hey guys, thank you guys for your time today. I really hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you guys see any houses that we've posted or any house on the market that you guys need the questions about, run the numbers with Bill at BillGaylord.com. He can do your pre-approval for free. He can let you know what the house can cost for free. If you guys are having issues with credit and you need to start working on your credit, he can hit that out for free. All you guys have to do is fill out the application right here at BillGaylord.com. You can reach him almost all hours of the day. Obviously, don't call him at like midnight, but for the most part, he's very reachable. Mrs. Alabuska, where can the people reach you?
Alexandra Harbushka on Instagram. You can find me there.
Just don't be weird and don't call her Alex.
Don't call me Alex.
Okay, those are the two rules. Don't be weird. Don't call her Alex. All right. And finally, I'm Brandon from Vegas. You can reach me pretty much anywhere on the internet. Just type in the word Brandon from Vegas and my Zillow will pop up, Realtor, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, blah, 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 blah. You guys already know the drill. Reach out, leave us a comment, say hello. If you know anything about me, I respond to all messages. So you message me anywhere and I will get back to you guys almost immediately.
You need to subscribe here too.
Oh yeah, and make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube. We are pumping out tons of free content daily. As you can see, we go live on TikTok. We go live on Instagram. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the YouTube. We're pumping out a ton of free content. You can follow Bill at Gaylord on pretty much all platforms. Are your Instagrams and your socials on your website?
Yeah.
You can also find his socials on the website. So head to BillGaylord.com, subscribe to the channel, enjoy all the free information. We will see you guys 1 week from today. Peace.